today.
From Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh.
This is Madden Football on EA Sports. As we'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Short throw to Smith, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3 and out the first time you had the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren, 14 yards. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now he's flushed out left. And got his man complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. He'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way. Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
There he goes, right side. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards on the ground. On first down, Tagovailoa. He's got a man. It's his fullback. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to pass. Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down. Back to the ground, Achane. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Pharaoh Brown from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And just shedding him off there. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That's to his running back, complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Jalen Warren. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. 2 in the Dolphins offense getting ready to take over once again. He had the interception on the opening drive, but bounced back to throw a touchdown last time out. And he'll look to build on that as they start 1st and 10. And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one complete to Hill. And Hill is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. A run straight ahead with Achane. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Little short pass here to Hill. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Achane on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A give, running right, Achane. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Running right, here's Achane. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Again, it's Achane. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Third and 4. From the gun, it's Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Rodgers now on first down. Flood, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. Tagovailoa. A quick throw there is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, Rodgers dancing to his left. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Rodgers now on first down. He'll let it fly for Austin. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Now Tua. They complete it to Hill. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Tua going to throw. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Miami set to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling.
Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll roll him out right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Steelers have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Dean Lowry with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete to the rookie from Michigan. And he's taken down right away at the 39-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters in the books.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion. On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A 1-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to make it a 2-score game. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On second down, Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up past the 40. They'll set up to throw. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll look to throw here. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Rodgers going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Here's Rodgers. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So Tua and the Dolphins down by 13, 2:19 to play. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Tua's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
2nd and 6 coming up. Throwing Tua. Connecting with Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Here's 2nd down. Tua. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now Tua. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here's Tua. They'll go. Achane. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now Tua. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Tagovailoa. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. This is caught by Waddle. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Rodgers throwing here. Escaping the pressure right. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Back to throw, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A handoff for Warren. Down to about the 22 here. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Trying to take this home, they'll run. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it? Yeah,
they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And that's complete to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. One final try for Tagovailoa. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.